Okay, now speaking of love, speaking of marriage, speaking of all that, because we just got finished talking about the Remy Ma and Papoose and Clarissa Shields situation that's been going on. So speaking about divorces and marriage, let's talk about another marriage right now. Actually, a new marriage. Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter. What team did he sign with? I forgot. Y'all let me know in the comments. Because I don't really follow a lot of football like that. I've been following Travis Hunter because he went to Jackson State, and that's my alma mater. So shout out to him and all his success. Now, this marriage that he just had over the weekend has been having a lot of controversy because he's been engaged to this female for it hadn't even been that long. I want to say within the last year. I want to say, but anyway, it has everybody up in arms because people are talking about him making a huge mistake. A lot of people feel like he's making a huge mistake by not only marrying this woman so early, but not signing a prenuptial agreement. So I'll start off with the positive. Okay. The good thing is this is a marriage. All right. Marriages can last for a long time, forever. They're supposed to. Marriages are a beautiful thing. Marriages produce children. Marriages create families. Marriage can create generational wealth. And I think that what some people should do is applaud him for even getting married. I think some people should applaud him for finding the love of his life. I think that a lot of people right now should put positive energy to Travis right now to hope everything does work out. Even though you may not feel it, just at least try to be supportive of it. That's one side of it. So on paper, it looks nice. You know, he just signed his NFL contract. He has a promising future with the NFL. He has a great head on his shoulders, all of that stuff in the bag of chips. And he has him a nice wife and everything like that. So we're just gonna put the positive energy out there first. So I hope that this works out for Travis Hunter. And if I say Travis Scott or Travis Porter, please forgive me. But that's who I'm familiar with more so, Travis Scott and everybody. But Travis Hunter, we're gonna put positive energy out there. All right. So that's on paper. It looks nice, right? Now, let's talk about the bad side. Let's talk about the negative side. So we have to talk about this, the reality of it. The reality of it is this man is very young. Um, I'm not sure how long he's been dating this woman, but my big thing is she really that into him? Because originally, if you remember, she said she wasn't into him at first, but then later on she grew to, like him. We've heard different things of him displaying simp behavior, but nonetheless, this is where he is. The big thing a lot of people are talking about is him signing this NFL contract with no prenuptial agreement. Well, him getting signing an NFL contract, getting married with no prenuptial agreement. All right. And I feel them on that. I feel a lot of people on this because the thing is, we have to think outside of the box, right? The average person isn't a millionaire. The average person isn't an NFL, NBA player, celebrity, whatever you entrepreneur, whatever. The average person isn't rich. See, the average person can say, oh, we should be happy for them and everything like that, which we should be. But a business mind will look at it as this is insanity because you don't know this girl all the way from a bag of paint. This is your first piece of, you know, woman that may look great to you, but this is very early in your NFL career. You hadn't even started your NFL career. You haven't started it yet. And we know what comes with it. When you got that money and the fame, you're going to have a lot of different females that are around you. You're going to have a lot of different females that you haven't been surrounded by. And like I said, this man is very, very young. How old is Travis? Is he what, 21 or something like that? Man, let me see. Let me see Travis Hunter's age. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. Travis Hunter, he's 22. Okay, so he's 22, but that's very young. Hold on, my light was tripping. That's very young. It's young this day and age to get married, but it's also young to be making a business decision like that. See, a marriage isn't just about saying I do. A marriage isn't just about love. A marriage is a business. It's signing a contract. And what happens with contract? You could have a dispute in your contract after you signed it. You'll go to court in dispute of your contract. Contracts can be broken. Okay. This He's a walking asset. He's a walking business. So it makes no sense, no business sense to let love get in the way of your business sense. It makes no sense for that to happen. And I think that's what a lot of people are saying. It's not that people don't want Travis Hunter to be happy, even though we should be happy that he found someone, but it's also he's not your regular guy. This man is a millionaire. This man is going to have millions of dollars. And from my understanding, the NFL divorce rate is higher than any other sport, from my understanding. I haven't conducted the research fully myself, but that's what I hear, allegedly. But the thing is, you have to, as men and just women in general too, men and women, if you're a millionaire, you have to be very selective on who you marry. We know that we have naive minds at an early age, which is 22. Even though you're grown and can make grown decisions, your business mind may not be there all the way because you haven't experienced a lot of life yet, right? The only thing he's experienced is playing sports. And I know he probably had hardships growing up and things like that, but this is all newfound fame. So it would probably be best if you go into the NFL as a single man, maybe dating around, right? And getting experience, getting your feet wet before you want to commit to someone for the rest of your life, especially when it comes to a marriage. Marriage is business. Okay. You sign on the dotted line that you're married to this person. So the fact that you don't have a prenuptial agreement to protect your assets, you know, things could go wrong. She could be in front of other NFL players that she thinks is more attractive than Travis Scott. Think about that. See, not only is she going to be around, I said Travis Scott, didn't I? She could be, let me say that again. I'm sorry, y'all. But she could be around and surrounded by other NFL players that she feels like is more attractive than Travis Hunter, right? She could be in that circle, the celebrity circle now, to where she's like, okay, yeah, I got this $1 million husband, but what you got going on, right? And she could be around people who got more money than Travis Hunter, who are more experienced, got more game, and all this other stuff. Because let me tell you something, I wasn't ready to the 22-year-old J Red was not ready to get married, period. And we have a young, naive mind during that time. You still trying to get your feet wet. Matter of fact, the man, like, you really don't start making the money that you're going to really make until you hit like 35, 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? So he's still growing, and it's just too soon to be making a business decision like that. Get away from the love aspect, get away from just the relationship aspect. Have you built a true foundation with this woman to sign some papers to where if something goes wrong, she gets a divorce and gets half of your money? And see, a lot of people are not looking at it from a millionaire standpoint. Now, I ain't no millionaire yet. I'm not there yet, but I'm thinking of a business mind. I'd rather be with somebody that, first of all, I'd rather be a little older, been around different women, so I kind of know how women move. I know if a woman is really into me or not. I'll know if a woman is really into me because of my money or me because of myself or not. You know what I'm saying? This is newfound fame from her. Everything is new to them. So the fact that you're rushing into this, not thinking with your business mind, and I think is what people have a dispute with right now. I don't think anybody's hating on Travis Hunter's love life. I know I'm not. I want the man to be happy. If this is the love of his life and he loves her to death and wants to spend the rest of his life with her, some marriages have lasted from high school all the way till now. You know, a lot of our grandparents and some people got married when they were like 19, 20 years old, and those were long lasting marriages. But everybody can see, since he married this woman before the ink got dry on his NFL contract, it just doesn't look like it's going to be a good future for him, you know. And then also, if you take a look at the woman, all right, look at that woman. Let me show you how happy and joyful Travis Hunter was at his wedding. I'm not going to play the audio of it at first, but look at him. You know, he looks green. He looks green. He's cheesing. He looks happy as he don't know what, but you know, Look at her. She grooving and stuff like that. She like, yeah, I'm finna, we got this money, babe. We got this money. He's looking all cheerful and stuff, which is a beautiful thing. But the man looks green. And let's keep it a buck, man. Let's be honest. Travis Hunter might have the ugly complex. Ugly complex meaning, I mean, if you look at him, come on, man, let's just be honest. He's a funny looking guy. He is. He's not the most attractive looking guy that you will probably see. And this isn't me trying to be mean or anything like that. But it could have been a thing to where he grew up thinking he was ugly his whole life. And then now when he has this, a little bit of swag about himself, or he has a promising NFL career, this is a woman who came to him, a young lady that came to him who's exotic looking, what I'm saying, got those tattoos and everything like that. And this might be the finest woman. He's thinking that he could even do better. He don't even know if he could do better from this woman. And I'm just thinking of it from a place to where guys are overlooked, because a lot of times we be overlooked in high school. Once we get to college, we start getting some stamina. We start getting some swag. We start feeling, a little bit confident. But if you go through life being called ugly or mistreated and looked over and stuff like that, you finally find someone who looks good to you. You like, shoot, I'm ready to commit right now. And I think that's, mistakes that you make early on, but you're not the average man. You're a millionaire now. You're about to be making and generating millions of dollars. He could go on to be a legendary NFL player. So he can't go into it with just being a typical man. And I think that's where a lot of y'all who are getting on these people for criticizing him have it confused. You're an average person working 9 to 5. Nothing's wrong with that at all, but you're not a millionaire. You don't have to protect your assets like a millionaire has to. Travis Hunter is a walking business. All right. He is a walking, living, breathing business. Maybe future Hall of Famer for all we know. So he has to protect his assets. And you would rather have some people check him on this than to let him dwindle into the future and end up broke. Because think about this. I think he sounded like a 40 or $60 million contract, right? The IRS is gonna get half of that. The IRS gets half of that, and then his agents, they get a good percentage of it. Say she decides to end up divorcing him to make a quick bag, she'll get half of what he has left. You know what I'm saying? You got to look at it from a business standpoint, and I think that's what a lot of people aren't looking at it as. Excuse me, but just on paper, hey, he found the love of his life. He's starting a new career. Like, just think about it like this. Say that a man is about to make some decent money, found him a nice looking girl. They've dated for a little bit and then they're getting married. He's starting a new life. Okay. That's one thing. But a promising NFL player who the ink isn't even dry and he's just 22 years old, getting married this fast, hasn't even played his first game in the NFL. That is a red flag. And then this is just a J Red complaint. Look at those tattoos that she got. Okay, women who have those visible tattoos like that can be promiscuous. Let's keep it above, man. That girl looks like she's about to get around some NFL players or somebody else, and then maybe start messing around on Travis Hunter. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't even know her like that, but that's the energy that I get from her, and I think a lot of other black people feel that way too. And it's all out of love. It's all out of love. Okay. Nobody's hating on him. I don't think nobody doesn't want to see the wedding. I'm sorry, doesn't want to see the marriage succeed. If you don't want to see his marriage succeed, then you are a hater. Straight up. I want the marriage to succeed since he did it, but I do have my concerns as an older person. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who could be a bigger brother to Travis Hunter. Now I'm not a millionaire like Travis Hunter. He has the right to make his own decisions. I'm not hating on that, but we've seen it happen with our black men time and time again. Not even just black men, men in general. You have a lot of money, you're a business, you can't operate like a regular person. Oh, this is the love of my life. No, dude, you better sit down and figure out if this is a good asset to you. Because at this point, your wife is y'all equally yoked, but you're the millionaire. She's not bringing home. See, the thing is, two people who are working jobs, right? Both of them could contribute. But when you're a millionaire, everybody ain't finna be a millionaire. Everybody ain't finna be an NFL player. The percentage of that happening, they'll say it's thousands of millions of NFL players here in America. I mean, not NFL players, but aspiring NFL players. Everybody ain't gonna make it. They say that you have a better risk of getting struck by lightning than to do that's like winning the lottery, which is true, you know. But the thing is, man, I think just a lot of people are concerned, and not signing a prenuptial agreement is very, very it gives red flag. It gives red flag. But I can say this: all we can do is hope for the best and hope that it does work out, putting the positive energy out there. But on the surface, it looks like it's going to be a train wreck waiting to happen. So y'all let me know in the comments what you think about Travis Hunter's marriage. Do you think it's a huge mistake? Are people hating on it? You know, are people hating on his love life? Does he have the right to make his own decision? Y'all let me know all of that in the comments. Now, let me talk about something